All right, so today we're going to talk about the deadlift. And so first of all, why is the deadlift important? Number one, it's a functional exercise, so we all need to learn how to pick things up safely off the ground throughout our daily lives. The second thing is it's a great exercise for the glutes, hamstrings, and really the whole back side of the body, okay? But the key thing here with the deadlift, just like any other exercise, is doing them correctly. One of the most common things that we hear in terms of complaints with the deadlift is the low back doing too much. Now, the low back will be involved, but you definitely shouldn't feel it doing majority of the work. So I'm gonna go over a couple key mistakes here and things that you should try to help improve the technique with your deadlift. Now, when you're first getting started with the deadlift, I recommend raising up the kettlebell if you're using a kettlebell for your weight. All right, the reason why you wanna raise it up is because it's going to bring the weight closer to you. It's just gonna make it a safer position to get started. So, first thing here, you can see I'm using this line on the ground as kind of a landmark, and I like using that because it's a good place for you to understand where you actually want to start with your feet and the kettlebell all in line, okay? Mistake that we see commonly is the weight out in front of the body, so the reason why that is not a good position, it's gonna end up putting the low back in kind of a risky spot. So we want the kettlebell directly underneath you. Your toes are gonna be opened up just a bit. Now when you get started with your deadlift, the first thing you want to do is start really tall, pull the shoulders back into a nice posture. You're going to keep your shoulders there. From here, you can bend your knees as much as you like. You're going to go down and grab onto your weight. Notice I didn't lose my shoulders, right? So I didn't let my shoulders roll forward. I kept my shoulders packed down and away. Okay, so my shoulders are back. From here, I'm going to stand up tall. Now this is the key. Once you're in this position, when you go down, what we see commonly with the deadlift is the weight going straight down out in front of the body. Okay, and when this happens, the low back is going to start to get more involved than we want it to. So instead of allowing that kettlebell to go forward, you actually want to think about gently pushing the kettlebell back behind you as you go down. When you do that, you're going to get the glutes and hamstrings much more involved, which is going to take the low back out of the equation much more. Okay, so we're here, and again, standing tall. So again, the things that we're focusing on is keeping the shoulders back, gently pushing the kettlebell back as you go down, standing up nice and tall at the end. Now the height here just really depends on your hip mobility, all right? So if you're a little bit tighter in the hips, or if you're just getting started, you want the kettlebell to be higher. If you're getting better at this, or if you have more hip mobility, you can lower that kettlebell closer and closer to the ground. Ultimately, if you're on the ground, that requires the most hip mobility there. So I hope you found something valuable in this video.